सतनाम श्री वाहेगुरु साहिब जी। गोबिंदे मुकंदे उदारे अपारे, हरियं करियं निर्नामे अकामे। गोबिंदे मुकंदे उदारे अपारे, हरियं करियं निर्नामे अकामे। वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहेगुरु जी की फतेह। Maharaj, with Maharaj Kirpa, we completed the first adhyay of the Granth. And as discussed in the last adhyay, the Sikh has asked the Guru about the Sangat. So Guru gives Praman to Sikh that if you want to cross over this world of duality of sansar, the best way to do is to keep the mind in Gurbani, to keep the mind in Sadh Sangat. And that's how one can cross over through the worldly desires, through the duality. Now, Sikh does benti to Guru that Maharaj, could you please explain about the qualities of the Sadh so that I can do kirpa on myself? Only if I know what Sadh Sangat is like, so that I can be in that company, do the abhyas as per, and take benefit from it. Now, Sadh is not someone or a pakhandi such as myself who just wears a case key, who just talks certain way, who is just anyone like me can put on the bana and become a Sadh. So frauds like me are not the Sadh. Guru explains what a Sadh actually is. Tantan Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, Gurbani Roop is the Sadh itself. And what are those, how are those Mahapurkhs? What are the qualities that they have? Because in today's world, anyone like myself can fool anyone just by wearing certain type of attire. And then Pakhandi like me do this, they fool others, but within them, they don't have the gun. Within themselves, they don't have these qualities. So here Guru does kirpa and explains that what are the qualities these sadhu, these Mahapurkhs have in them. Maharaj says, these are the qualities. And how are they? They are At-Kripal. They are very dayalu, compassionate. They are full of compassion. Their very nature is compassion. They don't do anything based with the purpose. They don't talk about such so that they can get vadiyai because there is a goal in mind to achieve something. Their very nature is to speak about the truth. And they're always full of compassion. Even if someone says rude words to them, they, within themselves, they have so much compassion that they can't even think about negative about that other person. Nehedro, they don't even have any deceitful nature. They can never even think bad about someone. Like the thought of just thinking about negative about someone doesn't even come across their mind. Because they have so much sahaj, contentment in them, they are full of peace. And they are so much within them content that all that is left in them is compassion. No krodh, no anger for anyone, no deceitful nature for anyone. And they can take, if someone praises them, they see it as same thing as someone will be insulting them. So if someone insults them, it doesn't matter to them if anyone praises them or insults them. They see that both as equal. So they don't get happy if someone praises, or don't wait for someone to praise them to know that they are who they are as Atma. Samadama. They have the capacity to go to even a thoughtless state. And even if they get a thought, they control those thoughts. They have conquered the mind. They know how to use the senses, how to navigate in the world. It's like that control of horse. So the mind is like a horse, and they have such a great grasp on that horse that they know how to pull it, how to use it, how to navigate it. And they have no desire for themselves whatsoever. They don't live in the world with any type of desire at all. And why is that? Like they have the, if their desire comes, it could be of naam, of bhakti. However, they have so much control over their mind, over the buddhi, over the intellect, that they reach a desireless state. And they do upakar on everyone, because that has become their very nature. To them, it's not even upakar, because they're not doing it with that bhavana. That has become their very nature. Atma Vitaj, and they are the knower of the Atma. They have known what Paramatma is. They have known that which cannot come into someone like me's intellect, but they have known this Paramatma, this Atam Tat. And because they have known this and they know within themselves as Atma, they have no desire, they reach that desireless state as well. And they always are in such a roop. They speak about the truth, and this is not the truth about the worldly things. Now, there is that speaking truth and then saying lies. This is the truth, the such that is forever remaining. They know this such, that Atma, that consciousness, that present, which is always going to remain. The Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hai Pi Sach, Nanak Hosi Pi Sach. That such they have become that roop itself. So they are always in that avastha. Nehe Kanchan Gambhir. They have no attachment to any of the goals or anything. They are always in detached state. If something comes to them, if someone brings something with love, they will accept it. And if someone doesn't say anything, even doesn't give anything, they are okay with that. So in Tan Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, one of the Rajas, they brought gold, some kind of jewelry to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. Now, because Maharaj knew that they have brought that in Ahankar, Maharaj threw that away in the river. Because Maharaj was Jani Jan, he knew that this person has brought something in Ahankar. That's how the nature of the sadh are. And if someone, even with love, brings even a tiny straw of grass, they accept it with love. To them, that is more They give value to those things equally. And they have no envy in them, no jealousy whatsoever. They want betterment of everyone in the world. If someone starts doing better than them, they actually promote that thing. They see the goodness in others and promote that thing. In their mind, they are shant. And the shant avastha can be known as a thoughtless state. So where there are no thoughts whatsoever, and they are so much full of patience, and naturally their nature has become of with these qualities. हाँ जी, जित खट गुण. So these sad are like, they naturally have these qualities. They give respect to everyone equally. They have no deceitful nature towards anyone, and they have this compassion within them. So there are 6 qualities that Guruji explains. They don't expect someone to praise for them for what they are doing. They're always in Atmavastha, the Sach, and that is the only support they seek. They don't go looking for outward support from people. As because they have conquered their mind with Atmavastha, they can't even think bad about anyone. Hanji. So in Gurbani, Shri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj as well explained these qualities of the sadh. So Maharaj Guru says that other than that, what else do these sadh have? So they have to them the Ustat Ninda Mitra Rupa. So they have reached a state where they don't get affected by the praises. And if someone insults them, no matter what, if someone is saying rude words to them, within them, they are not getting affected. To them, their friend and enemy are equal. They don't see one as a friend, one as an enemy. And if there is a sukh or dukh that comes in their life, they treat them equally. They don't chase the sukh, they don't chase the pleasure, because they know all this is created by the Kal. And with the time, the sukh is going to pass away too. It's like saying in that this shall pass too. So the sukh is not permanent too. That's gonna pass too. The dukh is going to pass too, and these two gonna keep on happening. So they have no attachment to anything of that. If they are of high status in societal way, they don't get affected by it, even if they are doing really well in the worldly ways, or if they have nothing left in their life, because they are in a state where they have obtained everything. They have become one with the Paramatma. So they don't see any difference between these different positions in life. To them, the Brahma, like Brahma is the most highest known as that, the status. So these are the status, like Brahma is known as the creator of the universe. Even that is, they don't see a comparison at all between that position and even a straw of grass. To them, that is all equal. Even Amrit and poison is same to them. Now like Shivji Maharaj, he drank the poison so that it can benefit both the Devte and the Asur as well, Rakshas as well. He held that poison in his throat because he knew that as Atma, he treated it equally. And even in worldly situation, whatever Sahaj Subha and Sahaj Subha, whatever they get, even when they eat certain type of food, whatever comes to them, they will accept it naturally. Because they have so much control over their senses, they don't, if someone invites them over and they don't even offer them water, they are okay with that. They are content with that. And even if someone gives anything in return, they are okay with that. But if it that has come from Briti, the intention of Ankar, that look, I'm offering you this much, I have so much food to offer, I have a big house you can stay, they will do tyag of this because to them this is, there is no comparison there. They treat everything equally. With gold as well, and even with any type of glass, they everything is equal to them. Anji. They have samdarsi. Samdarsi means to have a vision, to see everything as from one lens. So this can only happen in Atamavastha. And the Hirde is so shant, like there is no jealousy happening, there is no calm, krodh, lobh, moh, ankar happening, that they know in the Adamavastha, they have reached that state where everything has become into a state of equilibrium. There is no enemy, no friend, they're all equal to them. Gat ud beg udar. And why is that? Because they have destroyed it with Nam. So all these qualities of the Kam, Krodh, Lomo, Ankar, they have destroyed it with Maharaj Kirpa, with the Abhyas. Handi. Sushama Chetar. And they have such a narrow, fine, such a fine chit. Like their chit is always in Akal Purakh. And because their chit is always with Akal Purakh, they have become the Akal Purakh Roop themselves. Even after becoming the Akal Purakh Roop, now Akal is beyond time. So they have made their chit in such a way with Abhyas that they have reached a timeless state of the Atma. Still, they have no Hankar. They would never show to the world how they are within them. They are full of Nimarta. Wherever they go, they are full of Nimarta. Sarb Mitra. They see everyone as their friend. And they can't even, they don't build castles in the air. They don't have any imagination in a way that if I do this, I'm gonna get this. If I treat this person like this, that person is gonna do this, because the sansar is running like this. We do something for others. People like me, we do good so that I can get something in return. But these sadjan, they have reached a avastha where they don't even think about this. That if I do this, it's gonna happen, because the sansar is operating like this. We give something to someone with the hope of expecting something in return. And if that person doesn't give us what we want, we start doing ninda of that person, that this person is not good enough, or they haven't helped me. without knowing the full truth. But because these sadhujans, these Mahapurukhs, they have understood the khed, they know how it works. They don't expect anything in return at all. They do whatever happens in Sad Sabha. Their very nature has become that of a Kalpurukh. And they easily get detached. No matter wherever they are, like Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, after when he knew the time has come, he left his kila, his kingdom, just like as if nothing has happened. He knew that that's how these Mahapurukhs are. They can leave anything behind within an instant. And they are so much full of contentment. They have reached such a state of contentment that any amount of desire doesn't even come close to them. Anji. And what is the strength? Now the strength is their wisdom. They have the gyan. And what kind of gyan do they have? They have both of the sansar. So if someone approaches these Mahapurukhs and they ask about worldly stress, someone is going through depression, anxiety, financial, anything, the worldly matters, they will give the solution based on that. And if someone asks about the spiritual gyan, about the awakening, about the dharmic world, about how to conquer the mind, they will give that wisdom to that person as well. It's like they have become like that river that is constantly flowing with daya, with compassion, that no matter whatever jeev, whatever comes closer to that river, that river can drink water, quench their thirst, and then walk away. These Mahapurukhs are like that. Gurbani is like that. Anyone from any corner of the world, any part of the world can come to Gurbani, can come to Mahapurukhs, ask any type of question. If they are having stressful life, they will give the answer based on that. If someone wants to know about the Jugati, the methods of about how to conquer the mind, they will give that method as well. And these Mahapurukhs can know what's going on in other person's mind as well. Because they can see through that as well, that how is this person, if someone has come to them, they can see that this person is stuck in this method. And they can tell that person the method how to win over that thing. If someone is struggling with the calm, krodh, anything, these Mahapurukhs can see it and give advice as per to free that person from that. Hanji. And why they have with the reach the thoughtless state as well, and how come they don't get the calm, krodh, lomo, ahankar? And that's because these things can only occur in duality, in when there is one me, one friend, one someone else, one jnani, one agyani. These thoughts can only occur through the lens of duality. But these Mahapurukhs, they only see Paramatma, hear Paramatma. Everywhere they have their buddhi is in oneness. So these thoughts of Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Ahankar doesn't even cross it. Hanji. So they have destroyed their home, and with the abhyas, constant abhyas they do. And they have reached Ananda Avastha. Ananda Avastha, as we previously discussed, is a state where there is no change happening. It's constant. There is no dukh, sukh happening, no pain, no pleasure happening. And also they have won over the three qualities, the three guna, Rajo, Tamo, Sato. So these are the three guna that Maharaj Akal Purakh, Maharaj, it is a Akal Purakh Maharaj only that is working through these three guna of Sato, Rajo, Tamo. So Sato is to do Paropakar, to do Seva Simran. Rajo is to have a desire of some kind of praise, or that the world can praise them, or to hold some kind of status in life. Tamo is to have that destructive nature. So these are the three qualities that is constantly happening. And because we don't have the jukti, we don't know how to conquer these three qualities, and they are constantly happening, we get entangled in them. Now, if we notice, even our cells are constantly being created, they are being preserved and destroyed as well. But these Mahapurushs, they know the method how to conquer these. So instead of getting entangled with these qualities, with these Tamo, Sato, Rajo, they give hukam to these three qualities. So these three qualities start working according to them. And what does it mean? That when they see that there is time to use the Tamo gun for the paropakar, for the benefit of someone, they even say rude words. To the world, it might look like they are saying rude words. However, these Mahapurushs, with the intention of only paropakar, when they know that this is required, and even might be happening today as well, but in old times, these Mahapurushs even would take a stick and would beat someone as well, because they know that this is required at that moment for that person to walk on the right path. So that's how these Mahapurushs are. They have conquered these three guna as well, three qualities as well. And Maharaj says in Gurbani, O vekhe, ona nadar na aave, that these three qualities, the Atma is observing these three qualities. However, these three qualities can't see the Atma. So that's how these Mahapurushs have conquered these three qualities. And because of this, there is no clash, no internal fight going on within them. They have destroyed all that. They have freed their intellect. They are no more in any bandhan. They don't associate in particular class, in any, they don't fit in one box in the world. They have attained the freedom of the intellect as well. And these are the ornaments what these Mahapurushs wear. So these are defined as the ornaments that they wear. In Gurbani, Maharaj says, Ik sajjan sab sajjana, ik vairi sab vaad. Dekho, Maharaj says that when the one becomes your friend, the one Akal Purakh, Paramatma, who is in every roop, when that one becomes your friend, then everyone in the world is your friend. And these Mahapurushs know that. And if that one has become if you don't know that oneness, if you haven't known that oneness, that Atma, that consciousness that is playing all the role, that consciousness that's taking the roop of Tamogun, Satogun, and the Rajogun, and yet it is so detached that it doesn't get affected by any of these three qualities. When we don't know the truth, then everything becomes difficult. Then there is one friend and one enemy. But when one understands this truth, when they become the truth, everyone becomes their friend naturally. Hanji. So Maharaj next says that I Kaviji Maharaj is saying that I cannot even do the praise of these Mahapurukhs because I don't know how to even speak about it. I'm only giving you the information based on what I have read from the Granth and what I have come across from other Mahapurukhs. And Kaviji Maharaj says that I have no gyan of my own. Kanji. Now, what is the uttam, the praise of being in Sadh Sangat? And here Kaviji, Guruji explains about how Sadh Sangat can offer such an immense peace. Now there is a tree called, it's Kalpatar. It's so basically this is the tree that is known in Sanatan Dharam, that if someone sits under this tree and they have any form of desire, it gets fulfilled. So if someone desires under by sitting under this tree, it gets fulfilled. Sadh Sangat is such a place that all the desires get fulfilled. And what happens in Sadh Sangat when we do Gurbani? We read Gurbani. Every Shabad of Gurbani is Amrit Roop because it has the capacity, the power to transform the mind from Manmat to Gurmat. And all the dukh, even the physical dukh, the mental distress, and any worldly issues as well, all get eradicated with this. Now, Sangaji, this is not a magic formula. This is not some kind of magic formula that it happens, or if a sadhu, anyone puts hands on your head and it gets like that. This is about abhyas. Now, Maharaj next explains about this as well in further. So, all the desires of the mind gets conquered. So, in a sadhu sangha, the most uttam desire one should have is of Naam. One should only desire for the prem of Atma to get the Gyan as well. Because only that can help conquer all the desires. So Sadh Sangat has the power to do that. And Sadh Sangat is Gurbani. Sadh Sangat can be with your own family too. It can be with your own man as well. When the man is reading Gurbani, when the man is doing abhyas of Gurbani, that has become Sadh Sangat. So Gurbani is the most uttam. These Granths are the most uttam Sadh Sangat. And with the abhyas, the Atma becomes your Sadh Sangat as well. The consciousness starts becoming the Sadh Sangat. Sadh Sangat is not merely group of people. Yes, that is Sadh Sangat as well. When we do Kirtan, when we do Nam Abhyas. But oftentimes it is seen that sometimes we struggle to find this kind of Sangat, where we can openly share about what's going on with the life or the distress that is going on. So Maharaj says that kat kat ke antar ki janat. The Akal Purakh, the consciousness, knows everything. So it is a beautiful state as well where you can share within yourself to Akal Purakh, where you can share to the Guru, where you can share with the Vidya Guru or anyone in the Sadh Sangat, and they can help you to remove those struggles by giving the method. So recently, couple of times I have been approached where it has brought to my awareness that there is always some kind of vitkara, partiality going on. Wherever you go, there is partiality happening. And that is motivating people to run away from satsangat. Whereas satsanga should be a place where we can openly talk about our struggles, how to win the calm, krodh, lomo, ankar. But instead of that happening, we are drifting away from the physical satsanga. And the reason is because we have disconnected from Gurbani, from Naam. Anywhere where, even if you're doing Vichar of Gurbani, sitting in your home with yourself, that has become Sad Sangat. But if you're sitting with group of people wearing bana and they're doing nindya of each other, and we are thinking that is Sad Sangat, then please forgive me for saying this, but that is not Sad Sangat. Anywhere where there is discussion of truth, of how to know this truth, how to become this truth, that is the Sad Sangat, and that is Gurbani. Hanji. Sikh says, Maharaj, I do namaskar, I do dandot to your charan, that you have blessed me with this much gyan. Maharaj, your charan are everything to me because you have done kirpa on me. And whatever the Sant Jan says, they only talk from the perspective of doing pala of others. And why is that? Because they have conquered the mind. And when they have conquered the mind, they have become that root itself of Paramatma. Hanji. Yeah. So ithe Maharaj is now saying about the Sad Sangat, about that the sukh that we discussed in there. Now Maharaj says that look, there is so much sukh in the Sad Sangat. It's like an ocean. And when we look at the ocean, what do we see? All we see is water. Right? No matter wherever we look, there is water everywhere in the ocean. That's how the Sad Sangat is. That's how the Sad Sangat is. All that is in the Sad Sangat is Anand, Sukh. And as it is said that there is pearls in the ocean. It's known that in the ocean there are different pearls. And what are these pearls in the Sad Sangat? It is of liberation. And a Kaval Mokha. Kaval liberation means, so the pearls are of liberation to rise above this body, to rise above the dukh and sukh, to rise above the mind. And this is the sukh of that one can attain in Sad Sangat only. However, now Guru says there is a condition that this is so rare. Now we talk about this. It's easy to say there is sukh everywhere in Sad Sangat. But Maharaj says there are only rare beings who can actually attain this sukh. Even in Gurbani, Maharaj says only rare ones can have this sukh. And what is the condition? It is the ekagrata, the stillness of the mind. And because it is very difficult to make the mind still, that's why it's very rare. Now, it's easy to say that you are the observer and that is the Atmavastha. However, when the qualities, the Tamo, Rajo, Sato Gun happen and the G forgets their true Sarup, they again get entangled in there. That's why the constant abhyas is important. That's why the constant reminder through Gurbani and to apply in life is important. But it is very rare because it's not an easy job to win the mind over. So in Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj's Diwan, one time someone asked Maharaj that, Maharaj, you are doing Naam Abhyas, like you talk about Naam, do prachar of Naam. However, what I'm seeing is there are so many different types of people in your Sangha. Some are still like, showing jealousy. Some are still showing hatred towards each other. There are so many different people filled with these tamo, rajo, satogun. But Maharaj, you're giving the same upadesh to them. It's not like you're giving something, a different statement to someone and telling someone else differently. You're giving the one vidya, one wisdom to everyone equally. But how come they are still not in that avastha? So Maharaj, what Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj does is, he asks someone to bring like a bowl of water. And what he does is, he puts sugar in one bowl of water and he mix that in that. In the second bowl of water, he says to put soil in it, like mitti, to put soil and mix it all together. In the third bowl, he says to put stone in it and to mix it all. Now Maharaj says, take the water out of the first bowl where you have mixed the sugar in it. So the Sangha does, they take the water in their hand from the first bowl with the sugar in it. And what they notice is, they notice that there is no sugar to be seen in that water. All that is water left behind. In the second bowl, they again put their hand in, they take the water in their hand, and they see that there are some particles left in it. So there are still soil particles, not as obvious as before, but they are still there. In the third bowl, when they take the water out, the stone comes with it. So the stone is as it is, like it was before. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj says, this is how the Sadh Sangat is. How it is up to you, in what form do you want to be. Now, if you're coming to the Sadh Sangat with the desire of that, I have this gun, so I should get recognized for this, or I'm coming to the Sangat because I'm already better than everyone else, you have become so firm in your mind that you refuse to change, like that stone, who is so firm, who's so hard, that he's so drid on that I'm not going to change myself. I am good the way I am, and I'm better than everyone. Everyone should see me. Then you are never going to be one with Paramatma. You're never going to dissolve in that water like the sugar has. And there are some people who come with that soil intention, who are trying, but still they keep their homemade. Yes, I'm very humble. I'm doing this. However, I still want a little bit of recognition. So they still keep their homemade there. Maharaj says, be like that sugar. If you come to the Sangha, that you're gonna lose yourself. There's gonna be no you left. All that's gonna be left is Paramatma. There's not gonna be of you. You don't want any vadiyai from Sangat. Even if the Sangha doesn't accept you, even if you get nindya from the Sangha, you're not gonna get affected because you are going to become one with the water. The gyan that Guru is giving in Sadh Sangat, you're gonna become the sugar in it and destroy that home. You're gonna lose yourself in that water. So Maharaj says, if we come with this intention, we definitely gonna get dissolved in Paramatma. There's gonna be no home left to get hurt, no home left to seek vadiyai, no home left to wanting something from anyone in the world. Because whatever you will realize with Atma, the Guru is going to give you everything within yourself. And when you're gonna become that water, you wouldn't want anything else because you have merged with the Kalpurkha itself. So Maharaj says, this is the intention, how we should come to the Sadh Sangat, how we should do Gurbani. Hanji. So Maharaj explains that the sukh that we get in Sadh Sangat has to be through that, the ekagrata of the mind, and it is very rare. Now, Sangat ji, we need to reflect on ourselves that when we are in Sangat, the mind doesn't stay still. So Maharaj is saying, even if you can make the mind still, even for a split second, what happens when the mind becomes still? You do the darshan of that Anandavastha. The mind is no longer there. The mind is no longer running away. It has become so still that the mind is able to reside in that observer state. And that sukh, now Maharaj says that that sukh is like that, is that the most uttam. Any type of mukti doesn't even come closer to this sukh if the mind gets still. See, the condition is there. The mind has to become still. And no one else can do it other than the gyan, other than your own abhyas. Now, Maharaj says as well that what is kirpa like? So, kirpa is like, kirpa is happening. Let's see that kirpa is like that rain. It's constantly happening from a Kalpurak. But some of us put our hands upside down, like we put the hand down, and we're not doing that kirpa on ourselves to take that rain in our hand. So Maharaj says kirpa is constantly happening on everyone. It's happening on one mukha as well, on Guru mukha as well. But what the Guru mukha do is they change their hand position and they take that kirpa in their hand. Gurbani is there available in everywhere through all the apps. Everywhere it is there. But what the Gurmukh does is they read, they do vichar of it. And they reach the Atmavastha through by doing the kirpa of Gyan, and they do kirpa on themselves as well. They don't feel vulnerable. Hanji. And this sukh of the stillness of the mind is equal to like all the sukh of any lok. Even the Brahma doesn't experience this type of sukh that a Sikh can experience in Sadh Sangat. Even for a split second, like even for a blink of an eye, if one can control their mind, this sukh is equal to much more greater than that of any of the devte. Like consider all these sukh as 0.001% as compared to the sukh of the stillness of the mind. Hanji. But the condition is the mind has to become still. The Shuddha Hirda, the pure intention that I'm going to my Guru to lose my homage. I'm not going there to get vadiyai. I'm not going there to put others down and make myself above everyone else. I'm going to become the Guru. I'm going to destroy myself so the Guru can be there. Guru can talk through me. That is the condition, the stillness, the vishwas, the purity within yourself. So Maharaj does here explain, even in comparison, the sukh that one receives with the stillness of the mind. Now it says that all the sukh that all the jeeves experience on the world, the king of that world experiences 100 times more than the people of that world. And the sukh that the the Raja of that world experience the these are the celestial beings, like the ones, like people who do kirtan or kirtaniye, they experience 100 times more sukh than as compared to the sukh of those, the Raja. And the celestial, sorry, I can't say that, but celestial, yeah, beings, they experience 100 times more sukh than the sukh of those who play the musical instrument. So there are different positions. The Dev, the Pittar, they experience more sukh as compared to the musicians. The Karam Devte experience 100 times more sukh than the other Devte. The Indra Devta, who is known as the Devta, like the Raja of all the Devte, he experienced 100 times more sukh as compared to the other Devte. So this is a comparison being done. And even the Brahma experienced 100 times more sukh than the Prajapat. However, the sukh that one gets from the stillness of the mind in the Sangat of Gurbani, that sukh, whatever we discussed, it's like a split second. So we can only think about what sukh this is, the stillness of the mind. So Mare Kirpa, may we get to experience this sukh as well. We will take a pause here. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.